since the curse was cast. Everlight Kingdom, they're on a quest to save their ass. Journey with us as we tell you the tale. It goes down rough like a pure mountain nail. Everlight Kingdom, down at Everlight.
In a small section of the wilderness, a fortress constructed of wood burns ferociously. Inside are a group of armored combatants who scramble together to gather their equipment. Outside, the cursed ones stare at the blazing inferno, making the most of a plan gone wrong. Their mission to eliminate these bandits didn't go quite the way they had intended, but that matters little, as they still have the upper hand. While Francis, Pebbles, Nightshade, and Lucian rush to the front gate, Mac pins a beaten guard into the ground like a signpost. They've got these quote-unquote bandits right where they want them. All they need to do now is get inside.
I want to catch up to...
Go for it.
Well, actually, I'm going to start going towards Mac.
Okay. I mean, I kind of assume that person is next to dead anyway.
Right. Well, I'll just go right here.
It's not to steal his kill, it's from his...
Okay, so Nightshade, you're gonna just move out closer. Alright, can you move Nightshade closer to the action?
Do you want action or gate?
She's got 50, so...
Yeah, so where do we go? I guess...
I would say for you guys to try to dig while I dig dug the shit out of this.
Your dig is closed, so
Wait.
I'm assuming, right?
Right. That's
Oh,
accurate.
maybe we shouldn't kill this person and hold them hostage.
Wait,
like
I don't think it's percentage there, because this thing was supposed to be like 150 to 2,000 feet.
Oh, well.
So...
It is now.
and now it's like 60.
How far is that, you think? Anywhere from 100 to 10 miles.
It's like, it transcends space and time. It's just, it's an undefinable
It
space.
had just like a painting in front of it that looked like it was further away, but when we just ran through it...
You guys run forward and a painting just falls over.
Turns out it's just a really small fort. It's like it was far.
Nightshade, do you want to do anything else before you're, while you're moving?
Is there any way I can, like, turn back?
Yeah.
Is that to him? Do I use that as a...
Is that a bonus action to change, or is it an action?
So if she's just a regular druid, it takes her action to change back. If she's a moon druid, she can do it as a bonus action. Has she got moon druid yet? Or is that... Yeah, she needs a bonus action.
Okay, then yeah, so you can...
And then I wanted to set the thing on fire. What was that? The gate?
You can hurl a flame 30 feet from you.
I guess I'll do that and just set the gate on fire.
1d8 fire damage?
Okay.
How many health points does a gate have?
You can attack with the flame, 30 feet in front of you, range.
Then more like a lighter.
It goes up to damage.
Just watch her with a fucking dick.
Or says...
Okay.
We didn't even check if it was open.
No.
Like, unlocked.
No.
She's not the thinker.
Hey, look, it's going to burn the whole thing down.
Well, you are a patient person.
Alright, so Nightshade, as you set this gate ablaze, you hear people running towards the gate like, hurry, Blink's in trouble! And then the gate sets ablaze like, oh fuck, the gate's on fire! We can't get out! Next up is Lucian.
I'm just like, where'd everybody go? so just get as far as I can.
It's like King Shark in the sea for a moment. Okay, so...
Gordon is now forever King Shark in my head.
Yeah, nom nom. Back.
I'm gonna throw that bitch in my net.
Yeah, roll attack roll with advantage.
It's 19 on the...
So that's 20.
Alright, yeah, that's...
22.
So that's the better die.
Oh no. Hold on.
What if it gets a 23? Yeah, you just throw your net over like a big blanket and just, yeah, you
I got
tie it up. And it's like, and blood is like, it's like you've killed a deer, like blood is just pouring over your side as you lump it over your
Now
shoulder.
I check and make sure she doesn't have any weapons. She could just cut out of your head.
Too late.
So if you decide I'm gonna whack it on the ground.
Throw her over the gate.
Bad! I don't want to lose my net. I'm not throwing her over
No,
the
take her out the net and throw her over the gate.
Like a sack of kittens.
Anyway.
We have a hostage! You guys are now standing outside this fortress. The front gate has caught fire. You can hear loud footsteps and clanging of armor from behind the fortress.
That's an opportune moment. I just want to start hurling firebolts just at the wall in different spots.
Okay, I mean, it is your turn next. Francis, you start just kind of going around the circumference of the building, just chucking firebolts at the...
setting all the walls on fire.
Yeah, at the wall, at different spots, like flame just... Here, we're gonna go, where's it coming from? As flames are just kind of dot, the bolts make contact, they just kind of dot flames and scorch marks around the fence, and they slowly begin to, once they connect, they start to kind of spread a little bit. Next up is Pebbles. Let's see it.
We should make them open up the flaming gate.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, is the gate unlocked?
Yeah.
It's on fire right now. Do you want to check it?
Yeah, go for it.
No, I was gonna say, if he still has his javelin, he could just literally just push the gate open so the door's open.
Door's long enough to do it.
I'm sure it is, but I was talking about your javelin. Yeah, you could just do mage hand.
Yeah. That works.
So your mage hand, which nobody can see, it floats over to the gate, and the rest of you guys basically see the where the door divides, slowly just parts, and the gate just sort of slowly swings open, and you're able to see the interior of this post now. There are a handful of tents, and there is smoke and flames engulfing the border of this area, and through that smoke and flame you can see 5 fully armored soldiers standing there twirling their weapons. They're wearing leather armor though, but they are geared up and slowly walking towards you, weapons at the ready, and you guys are basically having a western style showdown.
I want to yell, come now to meet your fate.
But go for it, make an intimidation check while you're at it.
There's only one way out, so they had to come to us.
Oh my god! I hate these dice! 4!
What's your AC?
You're rolling, guys.
Alright, as soon as you say that, you go, well, what did you say?
Come now to meet you!
As soon as you go, come now to meet your fuck! As a crossbow bolt whizzes past your head, and these guys are gonna roll initiative. So they're one of my good rolls earlier. Fuck. It's going in numerical order.
20, 19, 18, 17.
No, I think.
We're about to get schwacked by these bad guys.
We're about to get gig-gugged. We're about to get gug-gigged.
Wow, they are literally
I told you it was numerical order. It went 5, 4, 3, 2.
We sit like this.
Start back at the top of the order with Francis.
Listen, we still don't know if these are the bandits or not.
No, he said it was the bandit camp in the beginning.
I said that you think you found the bandit camp.
And these guys are all clad in matching good guy uniforms. Bandit walks by, damn, what those guns do.
Man, I'm glad that's not us.
I'm casting fire.
Matching.
15 on the dot. It's a hit.
That's absolutely a hit.
So after I do that, I'm gonna use my movement just to go.
Go for it. Go ahead and what was your damage roll?
3, I think.
Okay. So you take your firebolt, form it in your hand, you chuck it. The guy in the center, as he's trying to like rally his men, it just goes straight into him, and he just kind of pushes him back a little bit as the flame sort of engulfs his shirt, and he starts patting it out. Next in order is going to be Pebbles.
Is there anything directly on the other side of the gate that I can hide behind?
There's the gate.
Well, yeah, I know I can hide behind the gate, but I was just thinking if there's anything inside the gate where I can get a clear shot.
No.
Okay,
If you go inside, you're gonna be surrounded by them.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hide behind like the gate part,
I thought you were going to say Lucian.
Let's say, hide behind one of us.
which I could, but
Oh, whatever.
Lucian counts as half cover. Hey!
duck behind the gate where they can't see me.
Yeah, so you have to make a stealth check for me.
+5 on a nice of 14.
Chain, okay. They'll let us do it.
Okay, and then I want to shoot at the guy, this guy in my clear line of sight.
Okay. Yeah, the same guy that Francis hit earlier.
Oh, it was 20.
And a natural 20. It was just
11 plus.
Right, double damage. On crit success. Double damage.
So you're plus whatever you're 30. So 20, 25.
Okay.
25 damage.
Okay.
I can wait for 20.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so you so as soon as he gets knocked back from the bolt of fire, he kind of stumbles back and starts patting out his shirt and like kind of clutches his chest, and he goes, "Men, fight!" And then your arrow just goes straight to the head, and they go, "Oh my god!"
Gotta imagine when that like Saving Private Ryan gets the bullet.
Yeah, it takes
that was close.
All right, next to the order is actually going to be not that guy because he just died. So take him out.
Well, before we start her thing, I'm like, hey, Thunder Wave, it says it makes a 15-foot cube around you.
I'm gonna be right in the middle of them and my cats there.
Okay.
So we need to roll Constitution saving throw with them.
Okay. And what was the BC?
It says attack save con 12.
Con 12. Okay.
What is
First one failed. Second one succeeded, so that one takes half damage.
Oh, 9 damage.
All right, so Nightshade, and you're in your normal form right now, right? You run in, and you kind of take your foot forward, and you stomp it on the ground. You project your hands out past the spell. One of them goes flying back 10 feet, and the other one just sort of stumbles, but the pain still registers with him. And the boom is loud, bassy, and it sends shockwaves throughout the entire camp. There's a couple crates behind him that just kind of went flying and now caught fire. So next in the order is going to be the one who took half damage. And he is going to try and retaliate. Nightshade, what's your AC?
15.
Okay, so he takes out his curved sword and tries to swipe at you. Comes just short of making contact with your chest. As you kind of sort of basically use the swing of his sword to your advantage, you kind of see the direction that it's going, and then you kind of duck and move that opposite direction. And he misses completely. Next up is going to be the one that you blew back. Does that put him into...
It's the one you blew.
The one you blew, and he's ready for more. You hear a guy just screaming, and you turn around, and right before you can make a reaction, you see the one that he pushed back, wielding his scimitar in his hand, and he just strikes down on you and makes contact, going from your shoulder straight to the middle of your chest, and deals 6 points of slashing damage.
Why allow the
one only getting beat up? You just ran into the middle of the
ran
whole
into the
thing.
middle.
You always run right in the middle.
We're all behind the gate.
Hey,
and you just ran-
I'm using my...
last time you try to say
I'm
you
using
didn't
my...
do nothing?
I'm using my... Oh, never mind. I'm not fucking with it. I'm going way over here.
Hang on, Nightshade, I'm coming. You know what? Fuck you. I'm great. I don't need. He leaves.
This is why my mom doesn't like you. Okay.
Hit this one straight line.
Okay.
I think that's exactly 30.
Yeah.
And hit old boy right there. 7.
Any plus?
What the hell?
You should have
He had a
He rolled a 2, but he has a +5.
Lucian, you run in to just sort of going, and you lean in with your sword. The one standing to her right takes his scimitar. He holds it up, sort of keeping it in a block state. The two blades clash and make this resounding clang as they both make contact. And you both kind of just sort of struggle. You're trying to use all of your weight of your sword to push this guy's tiny little scimitar back down, but he then manages to kick you in the chest, knock you back, and he dodges, he sort of jumps backwards right as your greatsword falls and hits the ground. You pick it back up and wield it, and he looks at you and he twirls his sword, and the two of you are making eye contact now and kind of circling each other like sharks. Next up is going to be one of these guys over here.
Wait, don't go into gangbang night shit.
Francis, heads or tails?
Tails.
Mac, heads or tails? Wait, why am I asking?
It's a choice. Under all these silly choices, it can be.
Right, so
Tails.
Well, he had the head, so he automatically gets the head.
that's gonna be a heads.
Is that good or bad?
So, which one of you claimed heads?
I definitely said tails.
Tails.
100%.
Now I'm all confused. Alright.
Somebody's dropping it lands on his side.
Fire a bolt and it splits in two and goes through.
Like Robin Hood style.
Mac, as you're watching all this go down, and you see Lucian run in, a bolt whizzes past him, goes and lands right next to your foot, and it just kind of sticks out of the ground, and all it's done is pissed you off. Don't get too happy yet. No, we're gonna go to the next bad guy. That's gonna be a tails that time. And what's your AC, Francis?
16 right now.
16. Same thing happens. As you see a bolt kind of flying towards you, and you basically just get your mage hand, just grab it mid-flight, and then just kind of snaps it into.
Zen warrior.
Yeah. Yeah. To them, they're like, oh, they don't see the mage hand, so like, oh shit, he's a badass.
We stop hitting the
He's guys, stop! He's the chosen one. Mac, you're up next.
I don't think I want to fight you on this turn. I want to get closer, though.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna like take a couple steps forward.
All right, sure thing. Are you running or slowly?
I'm just gonna walk. I'm gonna take the person out of my knapsack,
Throw them.
and I'm gonna
Improvise the weapon.
Why would you cut off running?
I want to try and put my hand through their back, grabbing their spine, and making it a shield.
Make a start. Roll the AC.
19 plus 5.
Your fingers don't go through their spine, but you find you dig your fingers into where your axe cleave through, and you use it to create like a little pocket, and you're holding them just up. Like Daryl from the Prison Break episode of The Walking Dead. Yeah, she's pretty much, she's dead yet? Yeah, she's definitely unconscious if she's not dead. She doesn't have much left to go, so I think she has like 2 HP left. You know what, why don't you go ahead and roll unarmed damage just to see if that finishes.
What is that, a D6?
D4.
D4?
Yeah.
You should have her.
I think it's just your strength.
Oh, that'd be badass. I should not have told you that because she said it'd be even better to have you walk in with her screaming.
Yeah, okay.
Shield, but you can undo her.
I don't want that. I'm not necessarily screaming, but like looking around.
Well, no, I'm sure if you had somebody's hand inside you, you'd be screaming in agony.
I mean, it just depends on where it is.
Screaming or moaning.
Yeah, let's say screaming maybe. Agony?
Alright, yeah, so you're just walking in the camp, she's like, as you're like kind of wielding her.
Finger her through the gates.
We're gonna start back at the top of our ordering of Francis.
I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb on
What does that do?
that guy. Pick the damage type. It's gonna be at 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
3d8, so it's gonna be a 14 damage.
Okay. As you're casting this spell and the attack hits, describe to me what happens because that obliterates it.
Okay, so like my guy just kind of standing there, lifts his hand up, and like this. Do you ever see the labyrinth?
Yes.
Where Dave always got the crystal ball thing, you know?
Yeah.
I just kind of see him hold his hand out, and like one just kind of rolls up into his hand out of nowhere.
Nice.
And just kind of floats towards this guy, and then just explodes into like an actual lightning bolt. Like
It literally
exploded.
It literally looks like he was struck by like God's lightning.
Right.
As the lightning makes contact, you see his entire body. There's no transition. It's like if this were a movie, the next frame, his body would be placed with chunks of human meat that just kind of collapse.
Frame by frame,
Yeah. There's no like transition. He's just dead.
He's dead.
All right. So next to the order is going to be Pebbles.
I'm gonna dip back a little bit where he still can't see me, but I'm gonna sneak shoot that guy.
Go for it.
That's a
10.
10 to hit. 10 does not do it. So he puts his crossbow on its hook on his shoulder pad. He leans down, grabs one of the shields wielding the Everlight emblem, takes it and holds it up, and the arrow just cracks onto the shield and just kind of falls back and just kind of rolls backwards and lands on the ground. Next up is Nightshade.
I'm gonna use frostbite on this shit.
Hell yeah, do it.
And they will have to roll a disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll.
It's a Constitution, right? So they did succeed. Okay. That's literally what he says. Is he uses his shield to kind of block the attack, and he goes, "Oh, yeah." So the shield gets like frost on it, but that's about the worst. And yeah, he just goes, strengthens up the nips in the morning. So that guy that Nightshade just attacked is going to try and make a retaliation.
I'm dead. Wait, don't kill me.
I'm so glad you're playing.
Why don't you just focus on him?
Because that's the guy
You're directly in front of him.
You just attacked him.
I would use your bonus action to shapeshift into something that's got more health.
Fine.
Alright, so
Shapeshift.
the guy takes his sword to try and swing at you and try and make contact. Before you shapeshift, you take your scythe out and use it. You hold it kind of like as a staff, and the sword clashes with the staff. The wood just barely chips as the sword gets stuck in it. He wields and he kind of yanks it back. You are undeterred, unharmed. The next up is the guy who's fighting Lucian. All right, great. That landed on the one that landed with no number.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Botched. What's your AC? 15. All right. As the two of you kind of circling around each other, you're gritting your teeth, waiting for this guy's move. Finally, he screams and runs at you. He wheels his sword back, slashes, you block it and parry it, twirls his sword, holds it upside down, and kind of swings at you. You jump out of the way. The two of you, their swords just kind of bouncing off one another until finally you take a swing. He dodges out of the way, does a pirouette, and slices and gets you right in the shoulder, and you are dealt. You take 1 point of damage. It barely hurts you. You're just like, ah, fuck. You're going to be next up in the order.
Just the first one. Dang it! The one I'm fighting, I guess.
Okay.
16 plus 5.
That hits.
6 plus 4 is 20 plus 2 is 12.
12? Okay. Or sorry, after he digs into your shoulder, you're holding your sword kind of at this angle, and as it makes contact, just breaking through your shoulder pauldron a little bit, you aim your sword just right, and you slice it, and you skewer this guy completely, and then you peel him off, and he is dead.
Nice.
There you go. There you go.
Now you can kill that guy.
Chop, chop.
Come on, dog.
You're gonna be first. Should we take a hostage?
You already have one.
You're really bad at hostages. You kill them.
Well, this one's not gonna last long, so we need like a normal hostage.
What
It's
would
not
we
gonna
do?
bleed out.
The thing was to kill them all, was the objective.
So the
Figure out
best
if this is the bandits or not.
Now, here's
These
the thing
aren't
that's a
the
little bit too late.
bandits.
Now, we still don't know if these are the people or not. We just assume they were killing all of them.
Mac, as you're holding your human shield up,
Yes.
you hear the crossbow being unloaded or being fired. The individual standing right here, holding their shield up, sees you slowly walking forward, and she's just kind of like, and not quite sure what's going on. She's going in and out of consciousness.
This
And-
reverse of an AC, does this count as a shield?
Not in this example. It's just because she rolled. He rolled really low, and as she's kind of screaming, there's like this sense of recognition on his face. He's like, "Oh, I gotta help her." Unbuttons his crossbow, pulls it out, aims it, and fires. And you go, "Ooh!" and aim it right and just swing her right in the right area where it goes through her eye. Just, and she just lets out this blood-curdling scream. She slowly. Just kind of goes limp and lifeless in your hands. Clearly dead. Then you're next in the order.
Okay. I'm gonna smack him with my radar.
Alright, go for it.
You gonna drop her because you need 2 hands.
Oh yeah, sure.
Do like fucking like throw her up in the air to distract him and then just go
I'm like got her in front of me and throw her to the side. Surprise!
Good dog. Good dog.
Then I want to hit him with a flat end of my great axe. In the head with a
Natural 20.
Alright, absolutely. Roll that damage and double it.
Yeah! 2 damage! Plus 3.
It's so
5. I want to use the actual surgeon and swag him again.
Do it.
17!
Yep, that hits.
So you found your dice. And maybe
2 damage!
Well, he hasn't found his damage die. The other die.
Yeah,
So 10 total. So you hit him with a flat end.
Yeah.
Okay, so you good gun. And good gun. And this is really cathartic for you because and you get flashbacks to the Cyclops hammering you in like a nail, and you go good gun, and he just kind of collapses underneath, holding his head. And you go good gun, and then again he's just screaming in so much pain. You have just hit all the right points in his body that he's basically just shut down and he's just cowering in fear as you stand over him, barely clinging on to life.
It's like as he's falling.
Killing you where you're just trying to hurt me.
You can see, like, looking in his eyes, he's thinking about the last meal he ever shared with his family. Like, what
His mother is just killed.
his children.
As he's falling, he's like, "Who's good?"
Yeah, he's like, Alright, back at the top of the order, Francis, what you got?
Fireball.
Wait, so is he
Nightshade.
dead? Is he dead?
No, he's barely clean. He's prone, though.
16 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Finally.
Or 5 damage. Yeah.
Is his nipple still hard?
Fireball.
So we'll say,
Looks like you're a little frosty.
as a firebolt just and pierces through him, flames encompass him. He goes, ah, ah, ah! there's like, it's clearly an overcorrection as he's now like patting himself, trying to put the flames out, and like the character in Grand Theft Auto, you kind of see him like twirl around and fall flat on his face as the flame slowly dies
cold,
down.
hot seems hotter.
So is he dead?
Yes, he's
You
Oh,
should
he's
have
more
got
like
where it
Mark.
pierced his nipple.
yeah, I should have actually. That would have been pretty.
Pierced his nipples.
Next in the order is Pebbles.
Is there anyone left?
Yeah, there's the one, the guy who's barely.
It's barely left.
Get them true.
You take it.
That's one of the
He's currently prone, so if you shoot an arrow at him, you'll get disadvantage on your attack. Because
Yeah, that's what I was trying to see how close I can get.
So you're
30. 30, right?
I'm gonna run up, since Mac is still beside him, I'm gonna run up and just slit his throat.
Do I make an attack roll with advantage?
It is a 15.
I don't.
Oh yeah, so 6 plus
If it's
6.
anything over 1, it's gonna.
6, but well, yeah, he's just dead.
Okay, so as you're kind of standing over him, you are the most intimidating thing this soldier has ever seen his entire life. Until finally, a little goblin just comes and grabs his head, pulls him back, and he's just dead.
That one counts as my joke.
Michael.
It's mine.
You've been listening to Everlight Kingdom, game mastered by JT Fondren. Music by Travis Savoy. Theme song by Adam Blotner. Sound effects and atmosphere from Sirinscape. Special thanks to our amazing players. And a big thank you to our listeners for joining us on this adventure. Don't forget to subscribe to Everlight Kingdom and leave us a review. And check out altaloom.com for more RPG podcasts and stories.
Altaloom.com. Adventures too big for the table.